John Lennon, a musical genius, a peace activist, and a man with a curious fascination with the number 9. From his birth to his music, the number 9 seemed to follow him throughout his life. In this video, I'd like to explore this mystical connection and unravel some of the anecdotes and facts surrounding John Lennon's affinity for the number 9. But what is numerology anyway? Well, numerology is a belief system that ascribes mystical significance to numbers and their influence on human life and events. In a nutshell, it involves the study of numbers and their symbolic meanings, with the idea that numbers can reveal insights into personal traits, life events, and even predict the future. Numerologists believe that numbers are not merely mathematical constructs, but carry spiritual, cosmic, and vibrational energies that affect individuals and the world around them. John's connection with the number 9 goes all the way back to his birth. Born on the 9th of October, this marked the beginning of a lifelong connection. In the Chinese calendar, October is the 9th month. In an interview with David Sheff of Playboy, John said, "I was born on the 9th of October, the 9th month in the Chinese calendar. It's just a number that follows me around. But numerologically, apparently, I'm a number 6 or a 3 or something, but it's all part of 9. John spent the first 5 years of his life living at 9 Newcastle Road in Liverpool, and this address added another layer to the numerical thread woven into his life. Whether by coincidence or destiny, the number 9 seemed to be a constant companion for John. As John embarked on his musical journey with the Beatles, the number 9 continued to appear. Lennon's bus route as a child was the number 72. 7 plus 2 equals 9. The destination which saw him meet Stuart Sutcliffe for the very first time. Sutcliffe has 9 letters. Paul McCartney doesn't escape the numerology either, with McCartney also having 9 letters. The first time Brian Epstein ever saw the band was the 9th of November, and they signed a contract on the 9th of May the following year. And it continues. Love Me Do was released on Parlophone R4949, and their iconic appearance on The Ed Sullivan Show came on the 9th of February 1964. Just to cap it all off, Lennon's tenure with the Beatles was 9 years long. The Beatles as a name and entity started solidifying in late 1960 when they began their first residency in Hamburg. The Beatles' breakup was publicly announced on April the 10th, 1970 by Paul McCartney. However, internal rifts had been growing, and John had informed the band of his intention to leave in September 1969. So being the first to leave the Beatles, John was in the band for 9 years. Yeah, I know, 10 years if you consider the official breakup of the band. But you know me, I like clutching at straws. The Beatles' 9th studio album, commonly known as the White Album, was released in 1968. One of its most avant-garde tracks was Revolution Number 9, an experimental sound collage created by John. Revolution 9 is an intriguing piece. The repetition of the words number 9 throughout the track sparked discussion amongst fans and critics alike. Some believed it was a reflection of Lennon's experimental nature, while others saw it as another sign of his fascination with the number. The song features the number over and over, least of all in the looped tape of the recurring number 9 announcement. Remembering the track in 1970, John said, "I was getting classical tapes, going upstairs and chopping them up, making it backwards and things like that to get the sound effects. One thing was an engineer's testing voice saying, 'This is EMI test series number 9. I just cut up whatever he said and I'd number 9 it. 9 turned out to be my birthday and my lucky number and everything. I didn't realise it. It was just so funny, the voice saying number 9. It was like a joke, bringing number 9 into it all the time. That's all it was." John's personal life also intertwined with the number 9. He met Yoko Ono on November the 9th, 1966 at the Indigo Gallery. It marked the beginning of a profound partnership that would influence both his personal life and artistic expression. In 1974, John released the album Walls and Bridges, released the 26th of September 1974, the ninth month of the year, and it featured the hit single Number 9 Dream. The song's title and lyrics are a direct nod to his connection to the number 9. The title Number 9 was no coincidence. It was a deliberate homage to the number that had become a significant symbol in his life. Lennon's fascination with the number 9 wasn't limited to his music. It appeared in various aspects of his life, from addresses and dates to his personal beliefs. In 1971, John and Yoko moved to New York City. They settled in the iconic Dakota Building, located at 1 West 72nd Street. The digits of the building's address, when added together, 7 plus 2, sum to 9, adding another layer to the numerological thread in John's life. After years of battling with the US immigration authorities, John finally received his green card on July the 27th, 1976. This is a significant victory for him, and if you add up the numbers of the date, 7 plus 2 plus 7 plus 1 plus 9 plus 7 plus 6, you get 39, which reduces further to 3 plus 9 equals 12, and 1 plus 2 equals 3. While not directly 9, the numbers 3 and 9 often appear in sequences in his life. And John himself said he was a 3 or a 6, but you add them up together and you get 9, right? Following on with the theme of numbers, so bear with me, in 1980 John made a major comeback with his album Double Fantasy, released on November 17th, 1980. And if you add the digits of the date, which I'll put on screen, you get 28. And 2 plus 8 equals 10, which further reduces to 1. And while this particular date doesn't directly sum to 9, the process of breaking down the numbers was a common numerological practice that John found fascinating. John and Yoko's son, Sean, was born October the 9th, 1975, and this shared birthday with John was another profound connection to the number 9, deepening the bond between father and son. It was a date John cherished and celebrated with great joy. Tragically, John was assassinated on December the 8th, 1980. There's an interesting connection when considering the time difference between the USA and the UK regarding John's assassination. John was pronounced dead at 11:15 p.m. on December the 8th, 1980 in New York City, Eastern Standard Time. If we convert this time to Greenwich Mean Time, GMT, which is 5 hours ahead of New York time, it would be 4:15 a.m. on December the 9th, 1980. This conversion means that according to GMT time, John Lennon was declared dead on the 9th of December, which indeed connects to the number 9. And just for clarity, I'll put it on the screen. Local time, New York City, December the 8th, 1980 at 11:15 p.m. EST. Converted time, London, UK, December the 9th, 1980 at 4:15 a.m. GMT. This alignment adds another layer to the mystical significance of the number 9 in John Lennon's life, emphasizing both how the number continued to appear in critical and tragic moments. In interviews, John often spoke about his belief in numerology and the significance of numbers. For him, the number 9 symbolized a sense of completeness and cosmic order. This belief was evident in his approach to life and art. John's life was a symphony of creativity, rebellion, and profound connections. The number 9, with its recurring presence, added an element of mystery and magic to his journey. Whether by fate or fascination, the number 9 was undeniably intertwined with the legacy of John Lennon. Taken one by one, the occurrences seem just that, coincidence, or perhaps even more benign, a happening. But when strung all together, it is difficult to ignore a seemingly poignant connection to some of Lennon's most pertinent life experiences and the number 9. It's certainly something John had become intrigued by in his later days, fascinated by numerology and the level of influence that the number 9 seemingly had on his life. Whilst reflecting on his career and his life at age 40, it's not too much of a jump to consider that despite being a little bit older, perhaps even a bit wiser, John, like the rest of us, was still searching for the meaning of it all. His life and music continue to inspire and remind us that sometimes numbers can tell a story all of their own. And remember, I am not a number, I'm a free man. Oh wait, that was the prisoner, wasn't it? Check out this video. Thanks for watching. See you in another video.